I went back out there again and just to kind of check things out. I knew as soon as the video published that y'all have watched already that I would get quite a few messages and different things like that. So this thing, this slid off the trailer, that is called a mill stand. And that thing weighs approximately 410,000 pounds, a little better. And so if you look at the barge here in a minute, there's actually a second one up there on it, and it's bigger. It comes in at about 450,000 pounds. And then back behind those two crate boxes back there, there's four more back there. These things originated in Korea. That's where they actually came from, and they were unloaded off a ship down in New Orleans and brought up here. Now, I was incorrect on what I speculated on the barge moving backwards. The barge has moved backwards, but they were actually completely off the barge when everything went awry. If you look right there on the right, do you see those right there? There's like cross-tie blocks. So, and you see the I-beams right there too. They're up under, they're kind of slid back toward the back of the trailer. And you're going to get to see them here up close. Trust me on that. I was actually, after I'd got done doing this right here, I got invited to go up on the barge. I did not go up on there on my own wheel or anything, and was kind of explained everything, what all transpired. But so those blocks of wood are basically like, if you will, they're not, but they're like cross ties. They come from Korea, whatever kind of wood it is. Kind of a odd looking wood. I'm not sure what it is, but so you got those I-beams. Those I-beams were sitting on top of those pedestals that are on the barge. And then on top of the I-beams were those, look like those cross tie piece of wood. They were sitting there. That's what the mill stand was actually on top of, where it wasn't sitting right on top of the I-beams. They came off the trailer, and when they got down here where they're at now, then the piece, the wood that's on this back far corner over there, it basically just disintegrated. And of course, when it busted, then the whole thing shifted and slid off the trailer. There's what ended up transpiring. The piece is not hurt. I don't think it hurt the boat ramp at all. It looked like it completely missed the boat ramp where it slid off and landed at. So they had this barge nosed all the way up. They actually had it bottomed out. And, of course, they can ballast this thing, too. There were people that asked about that. And so there's a tug coming back there. He's fixing to make him a right and head up the Old River Run. That's the Old River Run right there behind him. But so they can put water in this thing and ballast it to, make it do whatever they need to do. But they still got to get all the rest of the stuff off of this barge, every bit of it there. So what are they going to do now? There's not a crane around here that can handle the radius of where this thing is sitting to pick it up. This boat ramp is relatively steep where it goes down. They did block up quite a lot trying to take some of the angle out of it, and they worked on doing that and got all that wood down there. And those mats are down there. Those mats, the boat ramp right in the center of it has a raised, like a curbing of concrete. So they kind of had to clear that concrete and where they could go up. So that's the reason why they got the mats actually on the concrete like they do. That trailer there is actually very cool when you walk up to it and get up close to it. The way it's set up and everything that it can do. The only thing it really damaged on that trailer was the back corner of it there. It kind of smashed it a little bit. And all the hydraulic lines, there's a bunch of hydraulic lines that run off that corner. They're metal. and then there's some air lines right there too because it's got air brakes on it. It didn't break none of the lines, the metal lines. It just bent them is all it did. It bent them and didn't bust anything or nothing like that. But you can see looking down inside of it, there's the pieces of the wood that actually basically exploded. I mean, it looks like you took an axe or something and just smashed them, and you see them right there looking down. So crane here cannot reach it. We've got some very large cranes. It's 90 plus feet from where they'd have to set the crane up. So the game plan right now is they've got a gantry coming, and they're gonna cut into the sides over there to level that and take it down about 2 foot to get it on grade, the grade that they need. And then they're gonna bring some like limestone in there, pack it down, and they're gonna set the gantry up on top of that. Then they're gonna take and pick up and lift it, get this trailer moved out of the way. And they've got another trailer up there, and they got another section of a trailer. You can see right here back at kind of the back right top of the screen, you can see where the trailer sections together. So they'll take that back section off that's damaged back there and get that situated, and then they'll take and set that thing back down on the trailer is what they're going to do. They have plenty more mats up there. They've actually got more the big type crane mats. The real big ones are like cross tie size, well, they're actually bigger than cross tie square, and they're all bolted together with those gigantic steel rods. They got plenty more of them up there. But you can see it actually missed the boat ramp right there where it slid off and hit at. So they're going to do that. I have been invited to come back out when all that's going on, and so they're going to try to get that done this weekend. I think the gantry is going to be coming in today while y'all are watching this, and they'll be working on setting that thing up and all that. So basically, all they had to do was they were just kind of tethering that barge in place, and it was bottomed out, and like I said, they were already completely off of it. They were going up the ramp when that wood right there, and you see it right there again, when it just let go. And the other thing is the other one up on the trailer is sitting on that same wood. And on the far side of it, one of the pieces of wood is already starting to split just from the boat ride here and all. And it's got like a gigantic knot in that wood that runs almost laterally up that stick of wood, and that's where it's busting at. Anybody that fools with wood knows that that's very, very weak right there. So here's the one that's still on the trailer, and you can see how they've got that wood up under it, and then that wood sitting on top of the I-beams. The I-beams then are sitting on the pedestals, and you can see that. So what they're going to do on this one is they're going to pick it before they move it. They're going to pick it up. See, they've got those crossbars, and it's just basically sandwiched with like a 1-inch rod or something in there, tightened down on it. They're going to get that wood out from underneath that thing before they go to move it on this one, is the game plan. And like I said, this one right here that you're looking at, that's the 450K one right there. I don't know what's in the wooden boxes. And again, you're going to get to see that up real close here in just a little bit. It would be very interesting to know what kind of wood that is. Now, see these here on the back, they're sitting right on the I-beams. They're there's no wood between them at all. They're just right on the I-beams there. See them? But this stuff is very intriguing to me. I like rigging stuff. I like cranes, any of that. And when I was able to make the connection yesterday and was able to get on the barge there and walk around with them, that was really, really cool to be able to do that and to see this stuff up close. You see, it says SMS Group on it. So that stuff had a very long ride to finally get to right here, to this point. So hopefully they'll get the gantry in there tomorrow and get starting to set that thing up, or they can make the lift and kind of get it all back situated and set up. Here's the tug right here. You can see it. And then coming up is when I'm fixing to get on. There's some footage from the barge. So here it is. You can see it up really close. Just sitting on the I-beams. And there's so much that goes into all this entire thing. You know, you think about all the engineers that are involved in drawing this stuff up, first of all, on the computer. You can see the wood there. To it being, you know, manufactured, built, and then loaded, transported, all the way to where it'll end up spending its entire life inside of that mill over here. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.